My name is Lara Ocasio. I was raised in Northern Virginia, but my family's from Puerto Rico. I went to school in DC and have been working in DC for about the past 6 years. Growing up in Northern Virginia, in the DC area, I was always really passionate about social justice, youth empowerment, and all sorts of different topics surrounding equity. So when I went to GW, or I guess I didn't say that, but I went to GW, I studied international affairs and political science, having this grand idea of how to fight for justice on this global scale. And as I worked with the DC community with different organizations, I was like, wait a minute, guys, there's a lot of community building we can do and that one-to-one relationship building, ground level organizing. So I got more involved in local stuff and community building, community organizing, which led me to a couple of different positions, though currently I am the mentoring coordinator at the Columbia Heights Educational Campus with the Bell Multicultural High School, organizing the mentoring program, which looks like connecting our seniors and our juniors with adult mentors to hype them up to get through high school, to feel really good about it, and to have a really solid pathway after high school, whether that looks like college, 4-year university, 2-year vocational school, military, whatever feels like it's gonna be best for them and their families. What makes Mentoring Check different than traditional mentoring programs is that it is integrated into the school. We work hand in hand with school staff, school administrators, school social emotional workers, like the counselors, college admission folks, their teachers. So I'm able to go have conversations with teachers, with with leaders for seniors, such as the English teachers, math teachers, and say, hey, how is the student doing? Is it okay? And I go ask the student, like, hey, your teacher told me this, like, can we have a conversation about this with your mentor? Do you feel okay sharing this with your mentor? I might go to the attendance lady, Miss Senora Laura, and she might tell me, hey, the student in your program had 15 unexcused absences. I was like, oh my, it's not the best. Like, is it okay if I go ask them a bit about it? Then I go, I'm like, hey, I'm a bit worried, I wanna know, obviously with your consent, can we talk to your mentor? How can we support you? So it looks a little different because we do have that in-school support, and I am able to collaborate with the other people in the students' support system to make sure that our mentor is able to fit in right where they need to, right where it makes sense, whether it's more of a professional support, academic support, or just someone the student wants to lean on, because we all know sometimes students don't want someone else yelling in their ear about the Common App and about the FAFSA, so sometimes they just want someone to go have ice cream with. Or I recommended a Nats game to students today, or I sent out a newsletter. I need to add you to the list, but I sent out a newsletter with some other May activities that people can go on. So it's a bit different than traditional mentoring programs, and I'm excited to be on the team. So I feel some of the school's notable achievements, and the program specifically, is having 100% graduation rate, or planned, inshallah, graduation rate for our students, which is awesome. That's for our program specifically. The school also boasts a very high graduation rate, very high college going rate, very strong college going culture in general. All of our students are on track to attend 4-year universities, some with ROTC scholarships. I guess let me backtrack. On track to attend university, whether 4 or 2-year, and one with the ROTC scholarship that we're feeling super excited about. So notable achievements. Can't say that was entirely me, because our students are bright, brilliant, and incredible on their own, but we'll take a little bit of credit into making sure that they have these opportunities laid out for them and they feel confident and comfortable moving forward. Even in growing up in my Common App essay and my GW essay, I just always talked about this love and passion for community that people are like, where did this come from? Like, have you always been like this? I'm like, yes, it's literally just being from Puerto Rico, being Latina. Like, I just have this energy that is just, it's like our culture, it's our people, it's just who we are. And there's nothing that can put out this love and passion within me for people and for youth empowerment and revolution. Like, there is really nothing that is gonna be able to stifle this fire, because it's just in the DNA. And it's always corny, but I stand on the shoulders of such incredible, crazy giants in my family, like my grandmas and my brothers and my parents and so many other loved ones in my blood and chosen family that I can lean on. So just very honored to be in this space. I feel very privileged to use my skills and tools and resources to uplift my community, people that look like me, people that don't, people that have similar lived experiences, folks that don't. But yeah, definitely had some challenges, but excited to feel well equipped to overcome them as well. I definitely think that personally I measure success in those typical education metrics in this position. And I've also done very brief surveys with our students on Google Forms, and I have one on Qualtrics as well to measure their satisfaction in the program, how well they feel they connected with their mentor, and different categories that we originally outlined as key indicators for success of the program, such as, do you feel your mentor has talked to you about different career paths? Has your mentor talked to you about like the FAFSA? Has your mentor talked about this? And then on that Likert scale, right? Like from a 1 to 5, you feel this much equipped to work with challengers and your challenges in your workplace, or you have a better sense of what to do after high school, or you feel you have an adult you can lean on, 1 to 5. So by using these metrics, not only are we able to paint a broader picture of the success of the program, but are also able to lay out a stronger playbook for the next cohort. Being community focused and being nimble is so key in a mentoring program, and key at working at the Columbia Heights Education Campus is something that the staff and admin and teachers really pride themselves on being, because every student is so drastically different, and though we have so many things that bring us together and so many overlaps, there's just so many different lived experiences and perspectives that exist all within one school building that work with young people to really make sure they're feeling good emotionally, socially, first fortify their heart and their brains and their mind, because I'm so empathetic and such an emotional, passionate person that my loved ones will tell you I get really wrapped up in the success of those around me and the health and well-being and safety of those around me. So when things don't go my way or what I feel would be the most safe and healthiest way, it's really upsetting, and I'll just get very, very emotional and weigh so much on me. So making sure that I'm staying true to myself, true to my heart, and being able to be adaptable and work on my toes to either be that college support for someone, or be a listening ear for someone, or recognize that for some students, I don't share their lived experiences. I'm also someone that advocates for a question well, did you ask the students what they think? Well, what do they think? Did you run this by the students? Did you ask the students? And I actually, when I mentioned that I went to Philly with four students, we were presenting their work on a food equity lab at the American Educational Research Conference, where they were able to think from scratch of a whole entire research project with their voice, that centered their voice, that they were this is what's important to me. They did focus groups, they did research, they did surveys, and came up with a project that was entirely their own, that they had ownership of and autonomy over, and that they felt really proud of. So I felt very lucky to be able to chaperone them and the Food Equity Lab students to Philly for them to present their work. And I think that was a really beautiful example of student voice at check, and it's something that the school also prides himself in. And while I can't say every student will speak to that, for the most part, it's something that they really try to encapsulate. Engaging with the students, hearing their voice, and paying attention to what's important to them, who's important to them, and how we can all play a part in their success.